Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, so today I'm coming to you with the Acer A110 review. So this is the full review for this tablet, and it's honestly a little tough to find a place for this tablet, and I'll go over some of the reasons why in our conclusion. So let's just first take the tablet as it is, and then we'll compare it to others. So first off, the Acer is definitely an entry-level device. It's meant to get the people that are first-time tablet users. And in terms of weight, it seems a little bit heavy, a little bit really square-like in its design. Now, obviously, tablets are usually square-like, but this one just has no real curves. And we can see that this can be accomplished through devices such as the new Note 8-inch and even the iPad mini slightly, and also with the Nexus 7 slightly. But it's just, this one's very square-like, nothing too special when it comes to the look and feel of this device. Now on this side we do have the volume rocker as well as the power button. Over here on the top we have the headphone jack as well as the micro SD card slot, and right below it we also have here at the top the only speaker. Alright, move it over to this side. We have two connections which are always welcomed, and that is a micro USB, and this is how you charge the device, as well as a micro HDMI to connect to a TV. And on the bottom we do have nothing. On the back just the logo for the Acer, and that's about it. Alright guys, so then we unlock it, and we do have a 1.3 megapixel camera in the front. Now let's go over some of the differences of this device compared to some of the other things. So the first thing is the lock screen is a bit different compared to other devices. Now this is one of Acer's key differentiators on their device. They have, not only can you go to the lock screen, but you can program 4 different apps that you can go directly to. So that's kind of nice in the way that they have that set up. Now, how about the device itself? Well, let's go over a couple of things. First of all, web browsing. So I'm going to go to 2 web pages and let's see how they play. Okay. Phone arena right here, and then on this one, go to alright, and let's see, loading for it. This is connected to a Wi-Fi that's connected to LTE, so the loading should be pretty quick, but we're really looking for in terms of speed, in terms of how it performs once it is fully loaded. So this one is loading, and in the background so is the other one, and this one went to the mobile one. Let's go to the full desktop experience just so we can experience both. And this one is still loading right here at the top. Oops, sorry, you guys can't see that. And here we are. And it is still loading. There you go. Okay. So in terms of web browsing, not too bad. Whoa, really big delay on that. Double tap to zoom. It seems to be just like most Tegra 3s for the most part when I've used this for web browsing. And again, it took me to the mobile site. And alright, let's see if we can get the article at least to Well, looks like Engadget's just making it only being that. But as we can see with this one, oh yes, Engadget's one of the ones you have to force open. let's just go to another site, or actually let's just keep going on this one. So let's go to an article. So pinch to zoom seems to be fine even while it's loading. Again, the double tap is a little disconcerting, but not too much. It seems to just have the same issues as the Tegra 3 processor did that the Tegra 4 has fixed, and the Tegra 4i as well. So in terms of web browsing, it's okay, but it won't be the best performance we've seen out there. Now, in terms of music, let's play a song. Let's see how it goes. Okay, and now we'll play this and see how it plays. So as we can see, it is loud, but definitely not the clearest thing. A lot of distortion, a lot of feedback. It's not very wanted in terms of its solo speaker at the top. Now let's try out the video quality on this device. So, okay, and now we'll try out the video.
Hey man, how's it going? What's going on? What are you doing here? Samsung wants me to be in their new, their big commercial. Next big thing, yeah.
They called me in for the next big thing.
Maybe in 1998 you were the next big thing.
I've never seen you this excited about something that isn't food.
You are not the next big thing.
They make people physically uncomfortable.
Look, man, they gave me a phone.
I got one too.
Where'd you get that?
They gave it to me because I'm the next big thing.
Okay, so we can see the video quality is actually pretty good. Nothing that we haven't seen before in terms of good quality, but pretty decent. For the most part, it stands well, but just not anything special about it. And that's definitely kind of the theme we've been going through with this device. Now, in terms of camera quality, you do only have a front camera, so you have no rear camera. So it is important to note because some people do like to have the front, have the rear camera. In terms of the quality here, it's okay. In terms of details, it's not the sharpest, but it was able to take an okay shot. Very serious face. But nothing too lackluster. We do have bright lights in the studio, but it definitely was had issues with overexposure. In terms of gaming, so here's the thing. Gaming is actually pretty well on this device. But with only 8 gigs of storage, you can't store that many games. Even in the gaming review that we did, to get the full feel of it, checked out that video. But during the gaming review, I had to actually uninstall a game just because we couldn't keep all the 4 high-end games on there. So it's just very important to note, and I couldn't even install other games that I wanted to, simply because of the lack of storage. So with 8 gigs, this really wouldn't be a gaming device. Now, in terms of battery life, definitely one of the lower qualities of this tablet. It would drain when using and when not using. So it drains pretty quickly. Definitely does not have the standby battery life that we're used to with other tablets, such as the Nexus or the Samsung. And just really didn't show us a really good deal in terms of battery life. We would definitely say we get maybe more towards the half-a-day mark compared to the full-day mark, as other tablets tend to give us. In terms of extras, well, that is where you do have some nice features. You do have the HDMI and micro USB, as well as the micro SD card slot. So Acer's always been very good to give you a lot of extras. However, the micro USB going out isn't as powerful as, say, like the Samsung or the Acer's, which you can connect things such as the PS3 controller to it, or external hard drives as well. So you don't have enough power going out as you do going in, which isn't important to a lot of people, but if you want to power some more powerful things, you cannot do it with this device. In terms of price point, I think Acer's overshot this. In terms of the price point for the device, You typically get it for about $249 for the most part, which just isn't normal for Acer. You know, normally they do have it at a better price point than this, and Acer is known for being entry-level price. Now, in terms of getting a discount on it, of course, there are some sales that happen at times, and you can probably get it for $199 or even less. But in terms of the base price, that is where you get it for the most part around that price point. So how does this device compare then to other devices is have to be the real question. Well, comparing to other devices that are similar price to it, and actually I was just checking that out. Disclaimer, it's more towards $199 now. When it first came out, it was towards the $229 mark and $249. Now it has dropped to the $199 mark for most places. But still, for $199, you are going against both the Nexus 7 as well as the Samsung Galaxy Tab, which the Samsung Galaxy Tab has the same storage for it, longer battery life, better quality screen definitely, whereas the Nexus, of course, has 16 gigs, so double the storage size. It does not have a micro SD card slot, but the fact is that if you are a gamer or like to store more apps on your device, the Nexus 7 would be much better for that reason. So in terms of where does this Acer lie, not really sure, to be honest. I probably would recommend the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7-inch or the Nexus 7 over this device overall, simply just because they both give you a much better experience overall. Now, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.